Are you smarter than a freshman at UC San Diego? The answer is apparently yes in more cases than you might expect. This was a test given to students in a class called Math 2 at UC San Diego. This Math 2 is a remedial math class, but not remedial like, oh, it's been a while since I've factored quadratics. Remedial like, Sarah had 9 pennies and 9 dimes. How many coins did she have in all? How are only 79% of students answering this question correctly? I can't even really imagine the wrong answer to this question. But let's talk about one where it's a lot easier to imagine the wrong answers because it's a piece of mathematics that people really don't like, dividing fractions. This is like the example you hear whenever some math teacher is talking about, oh, isn't it terrible that we only teach kids tricks, we don't teach them the mathematics. And the trick here is Kentucky chicken fried. Keep, change, flip. The idea is that when you're dividing fractions, you're going to keep the first one the same. So 13 over 16, we're not going to do anything to that. But then we are going to change our division into multiplication, and we're going to flip that 2 into its reciprocal of 1/2. The idea here is that it's easier to multiply fractions than to divide them. In fact, it's easier to multiply fractions than almost anything else you do with fractions, because all you're doing is multiplying across the top and multiplying across the bottom. 13 times 1 is 13, 16 times 2 is 32, and that's the quotient, 13 over 32. Sometimes this keep, change, flip thing gets a bad rap because it's like, why are we doing this special division for fractions but not for anything else? But one of the reasons I don't care so much about this is it's not only a division that we're doing for fractions, this is what division is. Think about something that doesn't involve fractions at all. 10 divided by 2. A really common way to do this, of course, is to ask something like, how many times does 2 go into 10? Where we think to ourselves, oh, like if we added a 2 over and over again, how many times would we have to do that to get to 10? And of course, the answer is 5. But a sizable group of people, including yours truly, do not think about division that way. When I hear 10 divided by 2, I do not think to myself, how many times does 2 go into 10? What I immediately think is, what is 1/2 of 10? Because of course dividing something by 2 is the same as taking half of that thing. Well, notice we just keep, change, flipped, right? We kept the 10, we changed our division into multiplication, and we're multiplying by a reciprocal. I don't mind keep, change, flip because when I teach it to my students, I don't teach it to them as this special thing that only works for fraction division for some weird reason. I teach it to them as this is what we're always doing with division. Division is definitionally multiplication by a multiplicative inverse, multiplication by a reciprocal. So take heart, UC San Diego students. It is not atypical to have trouble with fraction division, and just, click the plus sign wherever you see it, and I can help you out as you need in the future.